What's up, guys? This is Sin, and I know this is a vlog at we'll say 3:30 in the morning Central Standard Time. I'm just kind of watching through everybody's videos, seeing how the community is reacting to everything. And I'm not usually the guy to go out and voice his opinion on shit, because most times my opinion doesn't matter. But I do believe in this case, in something like this, you know what? It does matter. Because I've never seen a community as of 2K, as of an NBA community, I've never seen them this upset and depressed. I almost feel bad for the guys that go through everything that they have to go through and to be lied to. I feel really bad. Like, I'm not saying that don't get me wrong, like, people that have uploaded, like, say, footage of Live 14 and, when Kyrie Irving did that double dribble shit, and I wasn't too happy when, I'm gonna call him out here, and don't get mad, but iPod King Carter's like, hold up, did he just double dribble? I'm just like, yo, cut that shit out, man. And I'm just like, he's pretty much he's being a salesman by 2K at this point. But then when they actually give out the actual news, and they go, man, this cruise shit it's bull. It's not funny. What is this crap? Because I don't want to play it. I mean, honestly, I wasn't like die hard for a fan of Crew, but I loved playing it. I loved it back in 2K11. But like, most of you didn't know me from, none of you would know me from 2K11 because I wasn't even on YouTube. But I loved Crew, and I really wanted to see it back. But this isn't really even about Crew either. This is about 2K in general. About how many times they can get away with certain shit just because they can. Just because they can. Because they're the only team, they're the only company that makes a basketball game. But hey, look at NHL. Look at MLB. Well, I don't know. MLB's, they don't have much for competition anyway. MLB 2K sucks. Let's just get that out of the way. Madden, NCAA. Y'all are saying, oh, 2K has been shitty because they don't have any competition. Look at NHL. Look at Madden. Look at NCAA football. You can't really say that just because they don't have any competition doesn't give them the excuse. Just gives them the excuse to make a piss poor game. It doesn't excuse anything. You make a piss poor game, but yet I guess somehow the community's like not just like YouTubers, but everybody in general somehow buys into it. I don't understand. It's just sad that, and I feel just terrible for everybody that has to deal with this. I even feel a little bit, I'm pissed off, but in the way that I'm not like about to throw something up against the wall. I'm pissed off in the sense of like, I'm depressed. I'm upset. And it's not a good vibe. This is like, I don't know how to describe it. It's depressing. It's a depressing kind of pissed off. And, this is why, and this is kind of a channel update too, guys. I'm not bringing NBA 2K14 to my channel because of those things that they've said that they were gonna bring about how this so-called there's no this and that the gameplay is improved, blah blah blah. I haven't seen it. I have yet to see anything. But don't get me wrong, like, I know Live has a lot to prove this year. Live's got a lot to prove. But they don't really have too much to approve compared to 2K. Now, I know Live hasn't been on the scene for 3 years. So they really have a lot. That's why I'm saying they do have a lot to prove. But when you really think about it, you know, considering 2K's history, they don't have to do shit. All they have to do is make decent gameplay and like some pretty good presentation, and they got that shit on lock. Just think about it. I mean, everybody's looking for decent gameplay. Nobody's looking for the Euro step threes or the leaning layup cheese. No one wants to see that. I mean, it's kind of like, I don't understand. Like, if they have those two things down, if they don't have any of that shit in there, they got that shit on lock with a decent presentation. You know, even something like a Madden presentation. Madden's presentation this year is pretty freaking amazing. I like it. Especially when you had those primetime games like the Packers versus the Vikings. I mean, that shit just gives me the chills. And, you know, I don't understand 2K. I just don't understand. It just baffles me that you've gone 3 years of telling people lies. You've lied to your fans for 3 years about crews coming back or about gameplay improvements. Whenever something, say, is fixed, another one pops up. And what really drew the line for me this year on NBA 2K13 was the fact of the Euro Step 3. I couldn't even touch the game because of that. Even the computers on my career started doing it. I was just like, yo, I'm done. The computers started doing it. And I don't know if it's... You can't have a game based around animations. You just can't. You have to have some sort of physics in there. That game has zero physics. It's embarrassing if you're a 2K fan. Or a basketball fan. You pass it to a teammate, an open teammate in 2K, and he literally does not, most of the time, or actually all the time in real basketball, the guy would set his feet and take a wide open jump shot. Sometimes, he'll miss. That's a game of basketball. But I'll give you an example of what I just described. I gave the ball to Harrison Barnes. This actually happened. I wish I had recorded that to prove to you guys that I'm not lying, but I swear to God on my life, this actually happened. I passed the ball to Harrison Barnes. The dude was wide open. And Harrison Barnes, he's a good young player, probably in common sense, says, pull up for that jump shot, set your feet, pull up for the jump shot. You know what he does? He spins and does a fadeaway and misses. Of course he's going to miss. He did a freaking fadeaway, a spinning fadeaway. I'm like, really, 2K? Really? And, it's just that kind of that shit that we have to deal with. And I don't know how much longer, you guys should be able to take it. I don't think you guys deserve to be let down like this. I wanted to say something more elaborate than just being let down. You guys don't give a fuck about you. They don't care. All they care about is Johnny Manziel signs, what he's doing on the football field. Yeah, that's all they care about. They don't care about you. They don't care about what you think, and they definitely don't care about how well their game is produced or how it's ran. Because obviously, look at even MLB 2K. That game is atrocious. The least they could have done to make the game at least decent was put in my team, but they didn't even do that. Something simple as my team. That game would have been a lot better if they just had my team. And now you have this 5v5 blacktop. As K-Spade, the wise words of K-Spade, don't even name it crew, don't even rhyme it with crew. From the wise words of K-Spade, the prospect. Don't even name that shit crew. because it's not. This shit's far from it. It's like, I don't even know what to call it. It's like a simple day at the gym. I go to the gym. I go to the gym I go a couple days a week because I'm so busy with school. But I usually go play basketball, and we have 5-on-5 games, and they usually go to 15. But that's at school. We want to get everybody in the game since there's a lot of people there. There's at least 50, 60, 75 people there at the gym just playing basketball. And there's only 3 courts. So there's a lot of people there. And we try to cycle through everybody just to make sure they get, to play. Understandably so. So the shit's not crew. It really isn't. And I still have to see gameplay improvements. I still haven't seen it. The presentation looks exactly the same. Everything about this game just speaks 2K13.5. This game is not going to be good. And people were saying, just waiting for next gen, saying, oh, it's going to be much better on next gen. I don't think so. The game is so animation based that it's not going to be any good. Live's going to beat them. Watch Live be out of this world. And for all you Live haters out there, for all those NBA Live haters, what makes you think that it's going to be so bad? Have you even ever played NBA Live? Like before it decided to stop because they didn't want to produce their games at such a low. They didn't want to release their games because they didn't want to produce garbage. They took 3 years off because they maxed out everything they could on Xbox and PS3 with the current gen system that they have. And they're going to wait for next gen. And I think NBA Live, for all you 2K lovers and Live haters out there, I guarantee you that Live will be better. It's going to have a crew mode in there. I hope so. For all those guys who want crew, I hope they have something in there that's exactly like NBA 2K11 crew, so they can just... I hope y'all jump the bandwagon, because then when y'all do, I'm going to say, yep, told you so. And then now who's laughing? Me. I hope you guys learned something. Don't listen to Ronnie. Don't listen to... I've seen tweets from LD. He seems like a great guy, but man, their reputations are on the line right now. And they got to step up to the plate. And they got to hit one out of the park. Because right now, it's not looking good. They're like, the bases are empty, and they're down by 6 runs with 2 outs with 2 strikes. And they've already struck out, in my opinion. And maybe, who knows, maybe if Live is actually not as good as people say it's going to be, then I guess we're screwed for basketball games. Because, I'm not buying 2K. Not anymore. Not after the lies they've fed me. You know what? It's not worth my time. They're not worth it. They're not worth the $60. They're not even worth like going to the store like 3 months later and then buying the game for half price. It's not worth it to me. Anyway, guys, I really do hope that I kind of shed the light on some things. I hate to do this, but I do feel bad that the 2K community has to suffer. The whole basketball community has to suffer. Those people like me, K-Spade, QJB, iPod, King Carter, Shake and Bake, Sub the Gamer, all those guys, Shakedown. They had to, they should have, if they were going to tell them something, you might as well tell them what the actual whole thing is. They're not going to just say, oh, we have crew, we have leaderboards, all this crap. No, just tell them the whole thing. If it's not the real thing, then why are you hiding it from them? I don't. And that's another thing I don't understand. But hey, that's something you're gonna have to ask them, because obviously this guy didn't get selected to the 2K community team up. because I guess I'm not that big of a YouTuber. So, but anyway, I'm done ranting. Well, I don't know if this was this was not an angry rant. This was more of a depressed, sad rant. I just feel bad for the whole 2K community. And you know what? You know, hopefully we get what we want one day. But for now, we're just gonna have to settle for less until either Live comes out or 2K finally pulls their head out of their ass. But until then, you know who I am. I'm Sin. And I'm out. Peace.